Halo, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Rezeki, tumben rezeki ini. Oke, good to see you again, everyone. Before starting the class, let's pray to God for goodness. Pray begin. Pray finish. Yeah, and as usual, before starting the class, let's have a group picture. Everyone, please turn on your camera. Kita foto dulu, nak. Ayo, come on, Udin, Ki. Kok bisa ada Syahrul di sini? Daeng, Rakur. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oke, thank you. Saya nggak bisa. So let's continue what we had. Yeah, in the previous meeting we talked about the reported speech in 2 different forms. Ya, reported yang ada 2 pertemuan nih untuk news item. So we had the first one about the reported speech, the basic, yeah. The second, when it is the reported speech, which is about apa namanya, the request, ya, yeah. It's about the request, and then the questions. Yang kedua kita bahas kemarin, kita bahas tentang reported speech yang berhubungan dengan pertanyaan dan the questions and apa namanya, saya lupa. Wait. Direct questions and requests, ya, pertanyaan dan request. So now today we are about to talking about the text. So we would like to focus on the text of the news item. First, we are going to analyze the structure of the news item, and then we're going to have a reading comprehension about the text. Yeah, because the name is the news item, so it's all about the text is made. The text is meant to provide a news. Jadi teksnya khusus untuk berita, the news item. So this is the sample. Can you see my screen, dude? Screen saya kelihatan nggak?
Kelihatan, Sir.
Kelihatan ya? Wait. Sorry. Okay. So this is basically what we have. The very simple news, yeah, the very simple text about the news item as the example. Look, the Philippines, at least this is the Philippines, the place, yeah. Wait a second. So this one, at least 9 people were killed. So you got it here, 9 people were killed and dozens were injured when the Philippine security forces clashed with dozens of slums dwellers who resisted and tearing down of their homes in northern provinces, a police commander said Tuesday. And then Roll, the police chief in the northern Cordillera, said that the soldier and police officers threatened gunfire with dozens of people who are illegally occupying the private land in Kalinga province. Our team was ambushed on their way to the community to be demolished, said Gonzalez. He added that the security only defended themselves after residents dug foxholes and opened the fire with automatic rifles. 9 people were killed and dozens were wounded, including 10 police officers during almost 10 hours of fighting. We even had to evacuate some of our officers who needed surgery to get the bullets from their bodies. Now, so basically, the news item text consists of 3 structures. Biasanya ada 3 structure in the news item. So the first one, this is called as the newsworthy or the main event. Jadi dari sini what's the main event saying? Dari sini kira-kira main event itu jelasin apa nak? In the first paragraph. Look, the main event telling about what's going on. Ya, jadi ini dia fokus untuk telling what's going on in the new, what's going on. So this is about what's going on. What's going on the news. Jadi ini tentang apa sih yang terjadi? Basically, it's about the who, and then what happened. Who is the object? Who is the perpetrator? Gitu. Or the subject. Ada apa yang terjadi? Siapa objeknya? Misalnya ada berapa jumlahnya? So it's basically what's going on. So the first paragraph is all about things happen, the main event, the main event. Yeah. So we move to the second paragraph. And on the second paragraph, look, all the policy in the Northern Cordillera said that the soldier and police officers threatened gunfire. So this is about what next. I mean, the elaboration of why it is happened or how it is happened. Jadi kalau di paragraf kedua itu biasanya elaborasi, penjelasan. Kenapa terjadi, and then bagaimana terjadinya. So this happened in the second paragraph of the news item commonly. Yeah. And then the next one, the next paragraph, which is the third paragraph, is actually the other resources. If you have, let's say, other information from some people, how many people are dead, how many people are injured, or what are other information given, it could be added on the last paragraph or the third paragraph. So basically, this is the things in the text of the news item. Okay. Wait. Wait a second. There's an issue with the internet here. Let me change the Wi-Fi. Biar bisa playing the video. The connection is unstable. Okay, nah, there's something. Nggak bisa playing the video ya dari internet. So let's just jump to a reading comprehension activity. Yeah, I'm going to play the video or recording version of a news. So there will be questions here. You're going to answer the questions based on the video you watch, but give me a minute to play the video. I don't know if it works. The video doesn't work. The internet is ternyata nggak bisa. Bad connection. Saya rasa kedengaran. Halo, halo.
Kedengaran, Sir.
Tapi ini videonya nggak bisa muncul. Coba ya, nak. This is what I don't like. Oh. Ini nggak muncul videonya. Okay.
If you wear glasses or contacts, or suffer from any type of vision impairment, you must see this. A Japanese Nobel Prize-winning scientist.
So you still can see my screen ya. Ini kayaknya saya biasanya share sound aja. I'm going just to share the screen, but you can listen to the video. Well, I cannot play the video at the same time, by the way. So I'm going to just show you the questions on my screen, and then you're going to listen to, wait, it looks now.
Central Jakarta turned into a battleground as protesters clashed with riot police. For a third day, violent rallies have erupted across the country.
Okay, let me show you this one.
In the worst clashes, demonstrators set fire to government buildings and a police post. Officers.
So what's the screen now? Is it my YouTube or my PPT?
YouTube, sir.
Okay,
YouTube, sir.
cool. So I'm going to play the YouTube. So you watch the YouTube and then you grab the information from the YouTube, yeah, from the video, I mean, and then you're going to move to the question and answer, okay, related to this video.
Central Jakarta turned into a battleground as protesters clashed with riot police. For a third day, violent rallies have erupted across the country. In the worst clashes, demonstrators set fire to government buildings and a police post. Officers responded with force, filling the streets with tear gas. Indonesian workers and students are outraged at sweeping new laws passed on Monday designed to boost the economy that they say will threaten jobs and erode their wages.
This law is detrimental to all Indonesians. Our parliamentarians have clearly betrayed their own people.
We're here to ask for the law approved by the Parliament to be repealed immediately.
Hundreds of people have been detained since Tuesday. 2 are in hospital with head injuries, and at least 6 police officers were also wounded. The government says the new laws are vital to turn around an economy that has been devastated by the pandemic and overhaul Indonesia's bureaucratic labour system. It's worried these mass protests will only fuel the spread of the virus and cause more deaths. Anne Barker, ABC News.
One more time. Okay, one more time, replay. Pay attention and jot down as many information as possible you got from the video, all right?
Central Jakarta turned into a battleground as protesters clashed with riot police. For a third day, violent rallies have erupted across the country. In the worst clashes, demonstrators set fire to government buildings and a police post. Officers responded with force, filling the streets with tear gas. Indonesian workers and students are outraged at sweeping new laws passed on Monday designed to boost the economy that they say will threaten jobs and erode their wages.
This law is detrimental to all Indonesians. Our parliamentarians have clearly betrayed their own people.
We're here to ask for the law approved by the Parliament to be repealed immediately.
Hundreds of people have been detained since Tuesday. 2 are in hospital with head injuries, and at least 6 police officers were also wounded. The government says the new laws are vital to turn around an economy that has been devastated by the pandemic and overhaul Indonesia's bureaucratic labour system. It's worried these mass protests will only fuel the spread of the virus and cause more deaths. Anne Barker, ABC News.
Okay. Wait. Okay. So now let's take a look at the questions. So, what is the video mainly about? What do you got from the video? Now, can you see my screen shared? So what's the, wait, let me enlarge or zoom in. What is the video mainly about? What is that about? Hello?
Sir. To protest about the low level of economy.
Is it? Okay, do you get another answer? Ada yang lain jawabannya? Or everyone agrees to Mustaqim?
D, sir.
D. Omnibus laws on threatening jobs on the wage path. Siapa tuh yang jawab?
Saya, sir.
Oh. Jadi. Okay, so basically kalau tadi lihat di videonya ya, it's about the omnibus law. Ya, so tadi kan pada saat tadi ada yang ngomong, terus yang ada interpreternya dijelasin tentang ini. Ya, so omnibus laws on threatening jobs on the wage path. What is the video mainly about? It's about the omnibus law or it's about the protest? Apa yang ditampilin tadi?
Protesnya sih, sir.
Protesnya. So, it's a protest. Only the protest or the clash? It's about a clash, right? Tadi coba dengar lagi ya. Nih, let's listen to the very first well, could be sentence.
Central Jakarta turned into a battleground as protesters clashed with riot police.
Yeah, so Central Jakarta turned into a battleground, kan? Central Jakarta turned into a battleground, berubah menjadi, what is it, battleground? Tempat perang ya?
Medan perang, sir.
Medan perang, the battleground as protesters clash with riot police. Ini ke situ kan, dia jadi ada clash dengan polisnya. So therefore, yang ditunjukin pertama adalah the main event-nya. So it's about the clash of the protester and the riot and the police. Itu ya. So be careful, hati-hati. Ketika it's asking about the what is it about? I mean the text about. So basically what's dari news kalau news item itu kan di pertama udah dikasih tahu, paragraf pertama adalah the newsworthy, the main event. So concern on the first paragraph then. I mean kalau misalnya dia dalam bentuknya audio atau oral, then you pay attention on the very first thing. mentioned by the person or by the newscaster. Ya, itu dia. Hati-hati nak. And then number 2, what was the worst clash? What was the worst clash? What was the worst clash done by the demonstrators? Apa yang paling kehancuran yang dibuatnya? Kerusuhan apa?
C.
Ya, ada they fire the government's building and
the
police
police
force. Ya, good. Number 3, what's the people's opinion about the omnibus law?
Yes, sir.
Yang mana nak?
The parliamentarian threatened the economy amid pandemic.
Ya, the parliamentarian threatened the economy amid itu di dalam ya, di tengah-tengah, amid the pandemic. And then number 4, do you get how many police officers were wounded?
6, sir.
6. Okay, cool. So this is actually the things, yeah, about the news item that you can have. I have actually another one, and I believe we still have time. So let's take a look at this one. Let me, okay, zoom in. So this is the one. If the first one is about the audio, the listening one. So for this one, it's the printed text. Let's check. What is the passage about?
Sir. Nggak.
Yes, sir.
Coba ini passage-nya tentang apa? Apa yang disorotinya? Main event-nya lihat di paragraf pertama, Bang. First paragraph.
Yes.
Illegal gunfire threats, sir. Iya.
Coba ya, at least 9 people were killed and dozens were injured when the Philippine security force clashed with dozens of some dwellers. Pay attention on this one, karena dia kan nanyanya, ini. What is the passage about? Karena ini adalah konsepnya the news item, ya, the news item. So the first paragraph should be the newsworthy or the main event. Yang berarti kan fokus utamanya kan di paragraf yang pertama. Nah, what happened in the first paragraph? Ada apa sih, kejadian apa sih di first paragraph?
Clash between the security force and the slum dwellers.
Ada clash ya antara slum dwellers sama Philippine security force. Berarti yang mana, Bang?
Yes, sir.
Ini kan? Ada orang yang terbunuh dan luka-luka karena ada clash antara security force and slum dwellers. That's the main event, gitu. Ya kan? Kenapa? Oh, karena dwellers-nya resisted on the tearing down of their homes. Mereka menolak rumahnya dihancurin, kayak gitu kan? Di apa sih kalau namanya, digusur kayak gitu. So it's D, ya. You got the idea how to deal with this kind of text? Dapat ya caranya untuk teks yang kayak gini ya. So the news item, pay attention. Kalau dia nanya what is that about, pay attention on the very first paragraph. Karena that's the main event, that's the newsworthy. Okay? Lihat ada apa yang terjadi di situ. Next, number 6. The clash nih baru. The clash happened because ini baru detail information. Clash-nya terjadi karena why? I think it's still on the first paragraph.
And people were killed.
Ini kalau A, sir, ya?
Iya, ya A ya.
Ya, iya, sir.
First paragraph ya, it's A. The clash happened because of that reason. And then number 6. Raul Gonzalez said that apa kata si Raul Gonzalez nih? Nih kan? Raul Gonzalez said that the children and police officers started gunfire with dozens of people who are illegally occupying the private land in Kalinga province. Ini masalah penggusuran sebenarnya. Jadi kata si Raul Gonzalez apa? 10 police officer had to be evacuated. Ada nggak? Kan? Nggak ada ya?
Nggak ada, Sir.
10 police officers were killed. Ada dibilang nggak? 10 yang terbunuh. No. 10 police officers were injured. Maybe. Some of the wounded people needed surgery. Not mentioned. More than 10 police officers were killed and injured in the fighting. Ini ya, I think it's here. Di paragraf yang terakhir. 9 people were killed and dozens were wounded, including 10 police officers. Berarti 10 police officers ini terluka. We had even with some of our officers were wounded. Ya, berarti yang D nih. Some of the wounded people. Oh, inilah yang C. Ya, 10 police officers. Ini, berarti dia yang C. Okay, so pay attention. Nanti I remind you for the news item. Nanti kalau misalnya ada soal ujian, terlagi ujian kan, news item. Pay attention on the main idea. Itu lihat the first paragraph, and then hati-hati dengan detail questions-nya. Siapa yang ngomong? Ini kan kita belajar tentang reported speech. Jadi siapa yang ngomong? Cek. Ya, bentuknya direct or indirect speech-nya. Okay, so I think that's all for this one about the news item today. Anyway, thank you so much everyone, and see you next week inshallah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.